In just 63 days, y'all, we will have a NFL game live on TV. But before that, we got to get into training camp. So we going to talk about today the must-watch position battles for the Chicago Bears heading into training camp. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to go ahead and get into it right after this.
Now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. Y'all thought it was Hayes coming on? No, my man's is busy, so you got me today. Bobby, one of the Cognac boys here and one of the other co-hosts here. So if y'all like what y'all listening to today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so every time we drop, you be one of the first ones to know. Now, we know that training camp is just a few weeks away, and then the actual start of the season is about 63 days away. So I wanted to just come in and talk about the must-watch position battles heading into the training camp for your Chicago Bears. To me, I know it's a lot of, it's going to, I believe this team is very, very talented. I believe it's a lot of things going on right now. I believe there will be a lot of activity and a lot of news in the, circling around training camp. Hell, might even go look at some of the practice myself. But I'm just going to map out a few position battles that is very intriguing to me. And what I think that will grab a lot of attention as well. The first one up that I got to address, and I think it will be a very intriguing position battle. I think Jack Sanborn versus Noah Sewell for the Sam linebacker spot will be must-see TV. Now, we know that Jack Sanborn right now is dealing with an injury, but I do believe that he has the upper hand right now simply because when he came in and started after the departure of Roquan Smith, Jack Sanborn, he did a hell of a job. He performed pretty damn well, and he did go out with an injury, but during his time on the field throughout that season, last season, he gave you 64 total tackles and then 2 sacks. So I think that he will have the upper hand, especially with him knowing the system, spending another year in the system, having time off away from the team to study a little bit more within the system. And now all there's left to do is to do what? Put it on wax. And then you got the guy behind him in Noah Sewell, who's a very, very talented linebacker out of Oregon, who I believe is very instinctual, who has he got some athleticism. I was like, whoa, especially when you're looking at some of those clips that the Chicago Bears release, and have been releasing this offseason. And Noah Sewell was somebody that came in, and right off the bat during rookie minicamp, there was some news surrounding him showing that, hey, he got the ups. He tipped the pass from Justin Fields, or he tipped the pass from whatever the quarterback that was inserted in. And you seen them get up and tip balls where they was trying to go over the middle or his side of the field. So I'm for right now, I will give the hand to Jack Sanborn. My prediction is that Jack Sanborn wins the job, but I also do believe that Jack Sanborn, and I don't think he'll do this, but he cannot get caught lacking in any shape, way, form, or fashion, because I think Noah Sewell, he's learning, and I like what he brings to the table. So I think that he has a strong chance, and I think that with the other two guys locked down and TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds locking down their respective spots, Jack Sanborn, it's time for you to lock up your spot, my boy. So that's position battle number one. The next position battle that I find the most intriguing or must watch TV for your Chicago Bears will be the running backs. We've been talking about this all offseason. The Chicago Bears retaining Khalil Herbert and then also bringing in Dante Foreman, and then going out and getting what many believes is the steal of the draft in Roschon Johnson. Last season, we seen Khalil Herbert give you 731 yards, 4 touchdowns. Dante Foreman gave you 914 yards, 5 touchdowns. It's these running backs is very intriguing because they all bring something different to the team. And you'd be like, and this coaching staff will have their hands full trying to figure out which running back can be that first and second down back. You can always obviously mix other running backs in, but who is the guy that you're going to depend on to get the game started in clutch moments, to get you 1 yard? That can go to either Khalil Herbert, Dante Foreman, or hell, who knows how Roschon Johnson will look in training camp. But I think that when you got a running back in Khalil Herbert, who we know fits perfectly with the scheme, but struggles a little bit in the pass protection, can Dante Foreman come in and fill in that? Is he a little bit of a better pass protector than Khalil Herbert and can still run within the scheme of the offense? That's a big, big question. And then we look at Roschon Johnson like, man, former quarterback, was behind Bijan Robinson down there in Texas. And we seen highlights. Highlights are intended to make everything look good. But when you got everybody backing it up, saying that this guy can be the steal, when you see him catching the ball out of the backfield, being a good pass protector, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, you be like, man, is this guy really one of a kind type of running back who has all the tools to help a team and deliver in his position? So this one is going to be very, very, very intriguing. Very intriguing. I think the person that goes ahead and get the upper hand will be Khalil Herbert. Y'all let me know down below who y'all got in this position battle. Khalil Herbert, Dante Foreman, or Roschon Johnson. I'm going to go ahead and give it to the guy that's been here, that knows the system, that knows the offensive line for the most part. And I think Khalil Herbert has a lot of things to prove simply because now he's the number one, in opposed to him being the number 2 last season behind David Montgomery. So Khalil Herbert is definitely going to have to figure out his way. He's going to have to earn his spot along with Jack Sanborn that was previously mentioned. And I believe that the coaching staff, again, will do what's best for the team. The next must-watch position battle heading into training camp for me will be the defensive tackle position. Right up in the middle. Get all in the meat and potatoes. In the middle, in the middle, in the middle. This ain't Malcolm in the middle, but we taking it right up in the middle, if y'all catch my drift. But the defensive tackles, at least the expectation is for, at least some people would say the expectation is, at least for right now, heading into training camp, that the 2 guys that will see first team reps will be Justin Jones and Andrew Billings. Because they're the veteran players. They're a bit more experienced. Justin Jones knows the system. Andrew Billings, he comes in with some experience around the NFL. But, man, does Javon Dexter and Zach Piggins have a chance to make some noise? Justin Jones last year gave you 3 sacks. Andrew Billings last year with the Oakland Raiders gave you 1 sack. So you look at that stuff and you be like, hey, we need more interior pressure. If you're the Bears defensive and hell, the entire coaching staff, especially if you want to help this team progress to a better light. But I think that with the explosiveness of Javon Dexter and the quickness off the ball of Zach Pickens and the strength of both of these guys, they can make some noise and put some pressure on these vets. And honestly, I think Javon Dexter has a strong, strong chance of earning him a starting spot. I would imagine that the Chicago Bears would match Javon Dexter next to one of the vets, whether that be Justin Jones or Andrew Billings, just so he can have some mentorship on the court during games. And after he may make a mistake or if he missed an assignment during the game, you got that vet right there to be like, hey, Javon Dexter, nah, bro, you supposed to go this way. You're supposed to cover this gap, the A gap, the B gap, wherever away. Hey, man, just hold your block. Just hold the block before you shed the block a little bit longer. Things like that. Things that defensive linemen talk about. And I think this one's going to be huge for the Chicago Bears. This is going to be huge for the Chicago Bears. Simply put, we only had 20 sacks last season. And the leading leader on the team with the sacks was a strong safety who was also a rookie. That's unacceptable. So this right here is definitely one of the most intriguing position battles, at least for me. So y'all let me know who y'all got winning this. I imagine Javon Dexter earns him a spot, and the coaching staff matches him up with one of the veterans, whether that's Justin Jones or Andrew Billings. I think Zach Pickens can eventually make it to that starting lineup, but I think it would take a little bit more time for Zach Pickens. So I got Javon Dexter being a week 1 starter, and I'm gonna put it on wax. I'm gonna go ahead and say Javon Dexter and Andrew Billings start week 1 at the defensive tackle positions. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go with those 2 guys. Y'all let me know which 2 guys y'all would go to for those defensive tackle spots. And then I just want to go ahead and get a honorary mention of the position battles. This for This for all my people that don't really, ain't on the Cairo Santos. But this is for the kickers. Cairo Santos and Andre Smith. Look, I'm rocking with Cairo. I'm going to go with the experienced guy. I think that he had a few hiccups last season, but he was not terrible. It's just that don't really like kickers like that because he say they just got one job, which is true. But kicking the field goal ain't easy. We seen after the double doink, a lot of Bears fans was like, I can go ahead and kick up. I can kick up, a 40, was it a 40-yard or something like that? Kick a field goal or something like that. And we seen Bears fans falling all up on their butt, and just slipping and sliding all over the field, not even getting close to hitting it. We even seen the Bears fans create their own double doink themselves. So, man, but that's it, man. That's it for me today. Just wanted to let you guys know the must-watch position battles headed into training camp. First one up, Jack Sanborn versus Noah Sewell. I got Jack Sanborn winning that one. Then we talking about the running backs. I got Khalil Herbert winning that one. Then we talk about the defensive tackles. I think the Chicago Bears roll out Justin Jones next to Javon Dexter in week 1. And then y'all already know. Go ahead and let me know which position battles are the most intriguing to you guys. And then also, from the ones that I selected, let me know who you guys are rolling with. It'll be good to know, and we can go ahead and chop it up down below in the comments section. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hope I held it down good enough for the team. While these guys are out there busy, that's C-Dub and Hayes. But hey, y'all already know. It's another episode of Chicago Bears Central. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the noti bell, so every time we drop, you be one of the first ones to know. If you want to send any questions, comments, concerns, hit us up at chicagobearcentral@gmail.com. And y'all know tomorrow is mailbag day, and we also got it mailbag day lined up for Saturday as well. That number is 773-242-9336. Y'all already know. I'm Bobby. Another episode of Chicago Bears Central. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.